In this episode, we're going to cover the LinkedIn work and education part as session 3 out of our 4 sessions altogether. Let's dive in. If this is your first time visiting my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss any of the good stuff in the future. So welcome back. This is the episode 3 out of the 4 episodes, and the third one will be focusing on the work and education part of your LinkedIn. Let's start with the work. So work part is essentially, to me, that is a version of your CV. And why version of the CV is because LinkedIn profile has been overtaking partially the role of a CV, and recruiters go through your profile, collaboration partners go through your profile, and they are expecting to see some sort of a CV format layout on your profile. So if it's messy and it's all text, it's not structured nicely, people get lost, they lose interest, and they leave. And they go to somebody else. So it's crucial that you have this section as well to be mirroring more or less your CV in a bit lighter and simplified way, so it doesn't get overcrowded, but that's the idea. So when you start filling these work experience positions, the structure is really the bullet points or whatever symbol you want to use. That's the main structure. If you want, you can add, before you start the bullet points, you can add 1 or 2 lines as a description of the company where you worked. This is important, especially if a company is a startup or a smaller company that is not so known. If you worked for big companies, Fortune 500, people know the brand. Then if it's Procter & Gamble, then you don't have to explain what they do. But if you want that your audience gets a quick snap on what it was, then include it there. I personally like it because if I'm looking for somebody's profile, if I don't understand the company, I need to open a new window, get into the company page, then click another one, go into their website, about section, and to find out more about the company and to see how many people they have and all that. Secondly, you would follow the bullet point structure and always following the star model. So starting with I'll put a link down here as well. So really the situation, your actions and your results, and numeric. So put numbers, improvements, savings, gains, whatever possible, if not confidential, and whatever you can include there. So make sure you try to quantify as much as you can. And always start your bullet points with an action verb. So if this was a past position, then you would put executed, implemented, led. And if it's a current position, then kind of a default thing is not to describe particular results in this position, unless you've agreed with your employer that you're actively looking. Otherwise, you would just have the title and you wouldn't reflect. You might mention which department you work in and what you do, but you don't really normally get deeper into details. But for the historical positions, for sure, star model, bullet points. You can add media, and you should add media on the positions if you have something exciting to show. Maybe there was a big project that you were part of, and you made a video out of the progression, timeline, or a success of the project. Maybe there was an article on the news. You can include those if they are relevant and if they're interesting. Then on the education part, my advice would be the following. Don't put high school, start from your degree level, include the years, don't hide years, don't put them in a vague way that I can't figure out when you started and when you finished. That raises questions, and normally I just lose interest if I'm looking for a talent. So put the years, keep it simple. I wouldn't personally copy paste all my subjects that I did at a school. Just make sure the degree is there, what was your specialization, and that's enough. There's always a question on, should I put my GPA, should I put my GMAT tests? If you were exceptional in your results, if you clearly stand out with those results, you can include them. Otherwise, I would recommend not to put them if you're on a medium level. They would not serve as an additional benefit to your profile. So that's basically it for the work part and education part. Follow those steps and mimic your CV. Add media. Be simple with the education part. And next we're going to be moving to the last part, the session 4 of the LinkedIn profile, where we're going to cover the rest. The rest of the things, so your competencies, your language skills, your groups, and your interests. See you there.